What the problem when early 1970s Perkins 135 gas Masey Furgison runs about 10 minutes and gets hot and shuts down. Then it will start again after it cools down.
Welcome to Just Answer Small Engines. Let me try to help you. The gas engine has points and condenser. Have they been replaced? The coil you installed, is it right coil? It has to have a coil for point system, not electronic ignition. When engine quits, do you have spark to the plugs? You say it gets hot? Engine is overheating?
Points and condenser have not been replaced.
Condenser is always trouble spot. Is the coil correct one?
Coil was ordered by tractor part supply place, so don't know, assume it was for points. How can you tell when engine stops if you have sparked a plug? Engine does not overheat. The coil gets hot and then the plug wires get real hot and soft and it cuts out. It seems like it is not getting gas.
Pull coil wire and hold close to metal, should have spark when engine is cranked. Coil should get warm, but not hot. Do you have external resistor before the coil? This is the 3-cylinder Perkins and not the 4-cylinder Continental?
Over the fall, it started running for about an hour and then cut off. We parked it over Thai winter. We got it back out for mowing season and then it would run only for half hour and cut out, then I could disengage the mower and it would run. Now it only runs for 10 minutes and cuts off. After putting new coil on it ran for 3 minutes and cut off. Had to put old coil on it to get back to garage. Now barely starts and runs on low idle. When I give any throttle it cuts out, and it especially cuts out when you engage the mower. This is 3-cylinder Perkins and I don't know what an external resistor is. The electronic solenoid on the Zenith carb. If that goes bad, does it just go bad all at once?
Usually it works or it doesn't. You have to figure out if it is spark or fuel. Without knowing, you just don't know which way to go. Full-size image.
I know, that is why I am asking what way to go.
Resistor looks like this, used to cut battery voltage to the coil when engine is running to keep coil and points from overheating. Do the spark test. If you have spark, it will be fuel issue. No spark and it will be ignition issue.
It doesn't have that, it never had it in 20 years that I have been running it.
Okay. The coil may have it internal. That is the coil I would use, one with internal resistor.
The tractor was starting okay and running shortly, now it only starts and runs at low idle. So would that mean it has spark?
If it runs, it has spark. Remove the carburetor solenoid, it should have removable inner part. Remove the tip and reinstall it to see if the engine will run.
So then a fuel issue? If the screen in the top of the fuel bowl looks clean and has never been changed, could that be the problem?
Anything that blocks the fuel can be problem. Tank strainer, fuel pump screen, old fuel pipes. Solenoid in carb.
It is a solenoid with a wire on the end that plugs into ignition. This part is not made anymore. Where is tank strainer?
It in the base of the carburetor, isn't it? Used as a fuel shutoff ? The tank strainer is on the fuel valve in the tank outlet.
Is tank strainer the screen in top of glass bowl? Yes, on solenoid at base of carb and used as a fuel shutoff.
No, it is in the tank, a screen that is part of the bowl assembly. Full-size image. Or shutoff. Full-size image. Strainer is in the tank, shutoff or bowl has to be removed. Part of the threaded part.
It is outside the tank. The above picture goes to a glass bowl that fills up with gas with a screen inside. Is that the screen you are referring to? Or another one? When I unscrew the nut on bottom of glass bowl, there is like a hinge thing that allows glass bowl to come down. Where glass bowl seats there is a real fine screen about the size of $50. Is that the tank strainer or is it actually in the tank?
The line coming from the tank, is there a valve? It is part of the valve in the tank.
The new coil we got had some sort of fluid in it. When you shake it, it sounded like it was full of water. Old one did not sound like that. Does that seem right? There is a valve. How big in diameter would the strainer be?
Coils are oil-filled, but they should not slosh. Strainer is ½ inch in diameter.
So do you take whole valve apart to get to strainer? And it is an actual screen?
You screw the valve out of the tank, and it is the top part of the valve. Look at this link. Maybe wrong strainer, but it has the same type strainer. http://www.ebay.com/item/fuel sediment bowl masey furgison F40 FE35 TE20 T20 TO20 TO30 TO35 35 50 200 2280912387949 RT equals NC and underscore tricks it equals P2047675.M1851 and underscore Turkparms equals 8% 3D22200 2% 26 algo% 3 Fit percent 26 Al percent 3D 1% 26 As percent 3D 163% 26 Might percent 3D 8173553585603328498% 26 Pit percent 3D 1000005% 26 PRG percent 3D 1088% 26 RK percent 3D 1% 26 SD percent 3D 3805722444007% 26
I will try that tomorrow. Is there any way to get back in touch with you after trying this?
I will leave link in your email.
Do you have my email address?
It is part of the site. I don't have it, but it will go to your email address you gave when you came on site.
I didn't give one. Here it is. 30 at XXXXXX. 30.
Okay? Please do not rate until satisfied. Thank you. The site just xed it out. Use you password XXXXX gave to get back.
I didn't give password. Email isks at xxxxxx. 30.
Our chat has ended, but you can still continue to ask me questions here until you are satisfied with your answer. Come back to this page to view our conversation and any other new information. What happens now? Or, you can reply to me using the box below. Scroll up to view earlier response. Please do not rate until satisfied. Thank you. Here is your password. JustAnswer 26Y1N7C1.
Hi Curtis. Checked out the valve on bottom of gas tank and there was a spider stopping up the hole. Tractor ran for about 2 hours and it seems that carb now needs adjusting. Is there 2 adjustments on the carb? Sorry, we don't have book on tractor. It is running but rough. There was no strainer in that valve.
The valve started life with a strainer. But at least we were on the right track. Carb has idle screw on the body and load screw on the bowl. Just adjust idle with engine running, load screw is just that and has to be turned half turn at a time, operate and readjust as needed. Turning screw out, adds more fuel, turn it into lean mix. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I only saw 1 screw on right side. What is bowl and where is that? I'm sorry, I only saw 1 screw on right side. What is bowl and where is that? The big air filter hooked to carb was making a flubbering sound while I would give it gas and then it would backfire.
After looking at basic carburetor, it appears not to have the load screw. The bowl is the lower part of the carburetor. It may not be the original carburetor. The backfiring might mean the timing needs to be moved.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.